Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can also hear our Sunday sessions. Holly, you did yours yesterday. What was it about?
I did. It's about leaving comfort for growth, because I addressed an email that I had actually gotten like a month ago from this listener named Layla, who, quick shout out, Layla has been listening to us since she was in middle school.
Oh, wow.
She's 21 now.
Oh, my gosh.
And she's about to graduate and, have a full job. Anyway, she had some questions, and it was really valid, a valid question, a couple different, things in there for her. And I did reach out because I was like, hey, I know you emailed a month ago. Are things still going on? And she said they were. So we talked about that, and I liked it. I liked that episode yesterday because it felt like a good reminder that you really got to do what's right for you sometimes, even if it feels uncomfortable. So anyway, that's out.
You can go check that out. Check out other podcasts like Full Show, Queen City Confessions, Blown Off, and always leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. Kelbin, how was your weekend?
My weekend was really, truly boring. Like, I did nothing. I did not leave the apartment. Had so many plans, but we just ended up being cozy and staying inside. I did watch a few shows, and the highlights was that I did go to Chili's, and I went to Chili's, I picked up some food. And
so you didn't go to Chili's. You just got food from Chili's and you ate it at the house.
No, we have been out pretty much every single weekend. The weekend before Miami, which was amazing. We never got to talk about our Labor Day weekends. But God, I had such an incredible time. And then the weekend before, I think it was Charlotte Pride. The weekend before was Austin, Texas. This weekend, we're going to New York. So honestly, we kind of chose a little bit to just not do anything at home. I did catch up watching Wednesday, and I was very, very disappointed in the Lady Gaga role. It just felt like they were hyping her up to be a bigger role than it was. And it truly was like a 30, 45 second cameo.
Listen, if they have Lady Gaga, they're going to make it seem like the whole thing is about Lady Gaga.
And they really did, though. Every single red carpet was like, how was it working with her? And it was like people that, it was just her and Jenna Ortega in the scene. There was no one else. I don't understand why Catherine Zeta-Jones had this whole, she was just amazing, this force to be reckoned with, and I have never worked with somebody so amazing. Girl, she wasn't even in the scene with you. You weren't even close to the scene.
That's how we do it in the entertainment business.
You get them to watch, and then the whole time you're like, is there going to be more? Is there going to be more? Is there going to be more? And they're like, no, just 40 seconds, but we got your viewership.
And they did. So I watched that. What else? I can't give you. Oh, we started planning for a honeymoon. And I get option anxiety, which is not fun because there's so many options to choose. And we're trying to also coordinate everything through Oscar's Hilton points with his also American Airlines points with my Chase credit card points. Do we open a brand new credit card? Do we do the welcome bonus? How far in advance do we do this? When should I ask off? It's just exhausting. But they're a good problem to have. I'm not here complaining about having this kind of problem. So yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. In a nutshell, nothing really interesting. I wish I had more for you guys.
How was Chili's?
Delicious. Triple dipper. Chicken crispers. I like to get the sauce on the side, the honey chipotle on the side, so you can control the amount that you're getting. Then I got the mozzarella sticks. Great protein. I put the Nashville hot sauce on the side.
Oh, on the side.
And then you can't do this on the app or online. You have to call in. And I think that was really the reason why I called in and picked it up was because you can get Texas cheese fries as an option. Because I don't want the Southwest egg rolls. I've never really actually had them, to be quite honest. Never been enticed to order them.
I like
and
those.
The wings, I'm not getting wings at Chili's. So I usually get the burger mouth bites, the big mouth bites. But I wanted Texas cheese fries.
Yeah.
And so I ate that shit down. We did go to the farmer's market, and they really know how to sucker you in. There was this guy and this woman who I don't know. We were just walking through where the farm shed is, where all the flowers are. And this guy was like, protein cookies. And immediately, like, I perked up and I was like, I'm there. So I go and I ask this man for the macros of these cookies, because if they're high protein, great. Let me know how much the total calories is so I know that it's worth it. I try to do a 1-to-1 ratio or a 10-to-1 ratio. So if it's like 100 calories, I need it to be at least 10 grams of protein. You know, if it's 200, 20, 330. So of course, I'm looking with my eyes and I'm like, okay, great. These look amazing. There's like Snickers, Reese's, M&M's, banana nut bread. I see the Nutella stuffed one and I'm like, okay, interesting. How many calories and how much protein is in this cookie? And he's like, oh, this one has 19 grams of protein. And I was like, great, but what are the macros? And he's like, let me look in the back. Let me just go check. He's taking forever to check it out. At this point, I'm in his shop. So what am I going to do? Be like, never mind. You're not like, I already had it ready to be checked out. And as I'm checking out and I buy it and he goes, oh, here, by the way, there's 640 calories for 19 grams of protein. And I was like,
in one cookie?
In one fucking cookie. And I was like, great, cool. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
Oh, that's half of your daily calories for some folks.
Right.
In one cookie.
It's insane.
How was the cookie?
Insane. It was delicious.
Yeah,
I bet it was real good. I had half of it.
I
had half.
What flavor was it?
It was Nutella chocolate chip.
Okay.
And then the other one I bought was like a s'mores cookie, which I don't know the macros to that one. But what my rule of thumb is, I'll just eat half of it. Half off calories. What else? That was pretty much it. There's this guy, I wouldn't say they're my ops. They're not like my enemies or whatever, but we hit up kind of like the same spots when we go to the farmer's market. And this man, like, he's part of the lemonade stand. And I just feel like I disappoint him every single time, because when I go to his shop, Oscar gets his lemonade. There used to be a sugar-free option, and I always like to get the sugar-free option. And every single time, you guys know my curse, it's never available.
They don't have what you want.
And the last 2 or 3 times has not been available. So we go to this lemonade stand and he knows me at this point. People are always super nice. They're like, hi, how have you been? How's everything? I haven't seen you in a while. I see that the sugar-free option is just like off, and I don't even ask. Oscar's like, just ask. Like, what's the big deal? I'm like, no, I'm not going to be put in an uncomfortable situation where he's going to tell me, no, it's not available. And if it's not on the menu, I'm not going to do it. So I didn't get my lemonade.
Well, and you didn't ask?
No. Why? Because then he's just going to be
not
uncomfortable.
On the menu.
It's not on the menu. Then that awkward exchange.
It's not awkward. He just says, no, we don't. And then you listen, you never know until you ask. Maybe he had a couple back there that you just didn't know about, or whatever the case may be. I'm always going to ask. I don't give a, if it's not on the menu or not, I'm going to ask. Well, just like when I went to North Italia last weekend, when my high school / college friend was here, and when Abe and I went for our anniversary dinner back in January, they had this amazing buffalo chicken pizza with shavings from celery on it. And it was such a nice crisp, and I've been thinking about that pizza, but North Italia isn't on our like list of places we go. But I was like, I'm gonna ask. I knew it wasn't on the menu, but because I asked, because it was a special when I had it last January, she's like, well, we don't have it for brunch, but because it was so popular, it is on the menu now. So if you come back, you can get it. I would have never known that if I didn't ask. So you should always ask. You never know.
Beautiful, Miguel.
Ask.
And I'm telling you, I had the lamest fucking weekend. Like, that is the highlights of my weekend. I got nothing else for you.
Holly.
All right. I was about to be in Kelbin's boat, but I wrote down some stuff based on what he said that I could actually talk about. So I feel like we did not do a lot either, but we did get a lot of stuff done, like stupid little shit done. We did go to my future in-laws house to look over some stuff for the wedding. So the wedding is going to be there. And suddenly this house that's very large, and I'm like, this is gorgeous. Of course, it's going to make a great wedding. Suddenly, now that we're actually planning to put people there and a DJ and like have a ceremony, I'm like, there's no room. There's no room for anything in this house. Where are we going to put anything? We can't put anything anywhere. And they won't move this stupid shuffleboard table. So anyway, we're just emotions are high, right? And we're trying to figure out, like, they have a winding staircase where I want to decorate, and I'm not doing fresh flowers. I'm not doing it because that's ridiculous. So I have a couple different options for flowers. One of the place where we're getting like the rental tables and chairs, we're renting tables and chairs. The place we're renting those from do have some options to rent some floral things. And so for pretty much cheap. But they're not a lot of options. And so it's like, okay, well, do you want the white, the purple, or the pink? And I was like, I don't really love any of it. But I was like, but our colors are rose gold and like a gray. And I'm like, the pink would probably be fine. It's fine. And then you have his mom being like, well, no, you don't sound like you like it. And I'm like, I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but I also don't, it's not the biggest thing in the world. Like, it doesn't matter that much at the end of the day. And then we're trying to figure out how many of this we need. And why was that like such a emotionally high thing? Because then I was like, well, if we're doing every other one, if there's an odd number of things, that's fine. But if there's 6, it's going to look weird because I'm like, one on, one off, one on, one off, one on, one. And it doesn't end and start with the same thing. And as I'm saying this, I know how I sound. I sound insane. And they're like, wait, what now? And I'm like, just, you know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like,
But
we're just
does
gonna
it though?
put it. I mean, it's going to look stupid in my head.
See, it matters. It matters. It so matters. It matters all the world.
But like, to explain that, I'm like, you see, when you have 6 of something and you're trying to do every other one, you can't just every other one it, because then it starts with one and it ends with not one, and that doesn't look symmetrical. So what if we did like 1 and 1 and then skipped 1 and then 2 in the middle, but then you've got 2 next to each other? And I'm like, I don't know the answer to this. I don't know. So let's move on. So we moved on, and I'm like, let's just get the pink ones from the place. I don't want to put more effort into this. So we're going through all this, no fresh flowers. I am going to get some stuff probably off of, I opened a new Pinterest account. I haven't had a Pinterest since about 2013. So I was looking for ideas, and we're doing all of this. And then and then we were talking about like a bartending option, and do we need to hire people to come and serve? Like, when I say that, I mean, we're having a buffet. But my fiance and I were like, people could just throw their own dishes away. And his parents were like, no, you can't ask your guests to do that. And I'm like, we're gonna have a lot of garbages. And they're like, I Googled that. And even Google was like, don't do that. So
I mean, unless you want it like you're coming to a dinner party and not to a wedding, it depends on the vibe you want. But I would think that, especially people are flying in. Yeah. And it's like, and that's the crappy part about planning a wedding, is that even like the most budget that you're trying to stay on, there's just some things, because you're asking people to fly in and get a hotel. So it's like, you gotta just put out a little bit extra, even though
that's the problem. So my fiance is over here. If you recall, I put him in charge of pretty much everything. I'm like, you do the spreadsheet, you figure out. He's like, well, I figured out the budget for all of the big stuff. And so I was like, well, we might need to hire 2 people to stand at the buffet and like dish it out. And those same people could bust the tables, make sure that there's no trash, like maybe even refill water. I don't know, like stuff like that. And he's like, I could tell, like, I don't know why, because being at his parents' house sometimes puts him on edge. And I could tell that he was getting, I could pick up his face, I could pick up his tone, and he's like, well, now is it 1 or 2? Because if it's 2, how much is it going to cost? And I'm like, well, okay, hold on. Let me just look. So I'm now Googling and I'm like, I found a website, and I was like, okay, these people say they hire out people. Let me look. They don't just have an estimate. You have to submit all your info. So I'm going through.
They want to pull you in.
He's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm trying to get an estimate from these people. He's like, why are you doing that? I need to do that because I'm the one with the budget. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to do it right now. I'm like, let me go take my chalk, and I wanted to go in the backyard and mark off if we're going to have room for the tables. P.S. I'm in my bathing suit during this whole thing.
And how many drinks in are you?
I didn't have any drinks at that point, which is probably why.
Okay.
So at that point, after he was getting huffy about how much money, he's like, you could just keep adding things. I thought we were fine with the buffet, but now you're going to add servers, and we're going to like add this. And I'm like, well, you want to have rose gold silverware? And he's like, well, I was just going to pay for that out of my own pocket. I'm like, So his mom's like, why are you so on edge? And he's like, I don't know. And so then he went to go take his adult gummies. And I was like, I'm going to go out back with the chalk. So I'm out back. I'm measuring. I'm literally in the sun in my fucking bathing suit. And I'm like, leaned over, ass in the air, putting in things. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if do I leave 3 feet between the wall and a chair and the table? I don't know if we can fit 3 in this space. And he's like, I don't think we need to worry. He comes out after the gummies have kicked in.
He's like, hey.
I don't think we have to worry about that right now. 3 tables is gonna fit fine.
People can sit on the couch and eat. Like, I don't care.
He's like 3 tables is fine there. 3 tables is fine. As I have the sweaty chalk in my hand, I'm sweating. And I'm like, okay. It'll fit. You're right. It'll fit. So then I go in, put the chalk down. I'm like, I'm going to the pool. That's when I grab my drink.
I'm over it.
And I went in the pool and I was huffy.
Have you guys checked Temu as well? Not for chairs, not for tables, but for like silverware or things to like put at the table, like table number 1, like things like that. They're super cheap on Temu.
I've never looked at Temu. I feel weird in my soul ordering from Shein or Temu. I feel like it
felt
we
great.
shouldn't do that.
We got bubble guns for the girls, and they were cheap as hell. They were like $5 each. Like,
I'll just write it down. I feel like I'm going against the universe when I use
Against
Temu.
who? Is the universe
Mark
going?
Zuckerberg?
Unpaid labor? I don't know. Children in factories
You
making
have an
these bubble
iPhone.
guns.
You have an iPhone.
I feel like they do it better than Temu.
Most of the things that we wear, you know.
Come from
Let me
Temu.
check through your
Listen,
shirt.
once again, it is not our responsibility to police corporations. If they're going to offer it to us,
Okay. thank you.
you're not making billions of dollars off of that. It's them.
Okay. I wrote down Temu on the corner of my
Miguel
paper.
said-
I mean,
You see how Miguel gets mad sometimes?
but I will have you know, I've never bought anything from Shein or Temu.
Oh, but
I'm
you're
just
gonna
trying to
tell
make-
me to do it.
I'm trying to make you feel better. That's all.
I appreciate it. So then
And
my
plus,
fiance-
it's a one-time thing. It's not like you're ordering from them like once a month. So
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna pass that along. Maybe he can I'll give him a new task. Why don't you look at Temu? And he'll probably be gaga over the pricing.
Mm-hmm.
So then he comes out, of course, after the gummy, and he's like, in his bathing suit, he's like, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me now? And I'm like, kind of a little bit. He's like, don't be mad. It's fine. We're gonna be fine.
chill.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right, I don't really feel like being mad anymore. And I'm not talking about any of it today. So that was how Saturday went. Then we were in the pool, and then I had 2 drinks so that I could drive home and I spread them out because he was not at this point able to drive home. So, and while we were in the pool, I was like, we gotta start thinking about dinner. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. After today, I just want to absolutely eat like shit, if that's okay with you. He's like, well, what are you thinking? I'm like, McDonald's. He's like, okay,
yeah.
so we wrap up, and we grab Teddy because he was over there too. And I'm like, all right, I'm driving us to McDonald's. On the way to McDonald's, we're about to pass a Little Caesars, and he's like, pull into Little Caesars.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
damn.
what? Sorry, Teddy. So we get in there. He's like, we don't have one of these by our house, but they have those pizza cups. I'm like,
Oh, I've been
Those
seeing
did
those.
go viral.
Yeah.
they're motherfucking delicious.
Are they?
Get it.
Fuck.
Get it. Write that down.
Let me see. Where's a Little Caesars?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Where's
I don't know
We
if-
can't order them now because like the Little Caesars isn't close enough to us. Now maybe
is it little or
DoorDash would do
Little.
it. I believe little.
Let me see if there's.
Oh, there's
Um,
one 1.7 miles away.
Oh, you better get those cups. Or maybe
Oh.
they're called puffs. Whatever they're called.
Really shitty reviews though, but whatever.
Ah, it's Little
Oh.
Caesars. Of course they're gonna have
Caesar.
it.
It's hot and ready.
Like,
Who cares?
who's gonna rate them as a 10?
Who cares? Like they do their job. They've been doing their job since the 80s and maybe earlier. Let them do it.
Girl, I want to. Oh, that pizza cup. Oh.
Mhm,
Don't.
mhm. So that's like the
Oh.
appetizer. So I
Nasty.
have never gone into a Little Caesars with no order ready. I just walk in and I was like, can I just make an order right here and wait? And he's like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, I want those pizza cups.
Oh, look at that pizza
How
cup.
many calories is one?
Girl, I don't give a fuck. If
I
I'm
don't
ordering a
know.
pizza cup, I'm gonna
It's-
put all them calories in my mouth.
Real greasy too, but like in a good way.
Pepperoni crazy puffs. They're only
Mm.
$4.
Crazy puffs. Yes.
And you can get them well done too.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I just got them normal,
Ooh.
and it was so delicious. So we're snacking on the pizza cups on the way to McDonald's. So we pull into McDonald's, I order, and it wasn't even a difficult order, but they're like, you're gonna need to pull up to spot number 1. So I'm waiting, and while we're waiting, we eat these pizza cups, and he's like, what if McDonald's comes out with the bag and we're eating Little Caesars? I'm like, I don't even care.
Those people don't care. They're like, all right, fat asses, enjoy.
It's fine. Speaking as someone who used to work at Arby's Unit 10, we were across the street from a KFC. We would often have people come in with a bucket of chicken on their lap trying to get their Arby's. Okay.
Listen, when I lived in the Gandy area in St. Pete, and there was the McDonald's on one side and the Arby's on the other side, please believe I would get my double quarter pounder with cheese and my French fries from McDonald's, and I'd go right across the street to Arby's and get my cheese sticks. Abso-fucking-lutely. And I'd be eating on my French fries as I'm in the drive-thru. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie. I lived on Miller and 137th in South Florida, and we had a Checkers, a McDonald's, and a Burger King on the same fucking street.
That is glory.
It was pretty crazy.
If you add a Wendy's, like, I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't move for any job. I'd be right there. Like, you can't.
In the quadrant.
Yeah, that's it.
In the quadrant. Anyway, so that was delicious.
I want a pizza cup.
Please treat yourself to a pizza cup.
How many do you buy at a time? Is it like 1, 2, 4, 5? 4?
They come in a 4-pack. So
I know where I'm going after work.
You got to choose cheese or pepperoni, though.
Pepperoni, of course.
They have a cheesesteak one too.
Anyway, just please get the pizza cups. Anyway. Delicious. So that was a highlight. Honestly, I should have told y'all that. That was a highlight of my weekend, the pizza cup. Anyway, so what did we do? I wanted to talk about this. There's a new movie out on Friday called Friendship, and it was with Paul Rudd. So I was like, we're oftentimes at a loss of what to watch at this time. Baking Show was brand new, but I'm like, it was only one at a time. And I'm like, I want to give it some time to catch up, and then I'll make it, whatever. So I was like, what are we going to watch? Watch Friendship with Paul Rudd. As it gets started, it starts and we're watching this. And then I was like, what is this movie? Is it drama? Is it funny? Is it horror? And we didn't know. It gets about halfway through and we're like, but what is it though? It's creepy and kind of weird. It has you on the edge and you're like, wait, what the fuck is that happening? And like, it's very awkward and weird, felt very indie. But I ended up liking it, and it stressed me the fuck out. It's creepy and fucked up and weird. It's weird, but it's also like interesting. I don't know. So I have that as a recommendation.
What's the premise?
So Paul Rudd and the other guy, the main character, I don't know what actor that is. I've never seen him before. So main actor guy is living in just a neighborhood with his wife and his son. And he gets a package delivered to his house that's meant to go to Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is like a neighbor that lives down the street, but he just moved in. So homeboy, main character, walks the package over to Paul Rudd's house and he's like, hey, we got this package for you by mistake. And this is how the movie starts. And Paul Rudd's like, hey, thank you. In my mind, I'm like, this Paul Rudd is giving Anchorman Paul Rudd, which is funny because he's a weatherman in the movie. And I'm like, that makes sense. But anyway, in that interaction, you can kind of see it. Like the main character suddenly like becomes a bit enamored with Paul Rudd because Paul Rudd is charismatic and fun and all this stuff. And so now main character has been living clearly like a shitty life with his wife. They must hate each other, right? She definitely hates him. And so then he sort of becomes enamored with Paul Rudd. And from then on, it's about their friendship, which at first is kind of like, oh, he's trying, buddy's trying. But then it gets weird. And then Paul Rudd's like, we got to stop this. And then he does not. And what's interesting, and we talked about this through the movie, there were scenes where you can't tell what's really happening and what might be in main character's mind as like a fantasy. Like, I still don't know which parts of the movie might have been happening and might have been his imagination. So it's a bit psychological.
I'll
say that.
When I Googled it, it was A24. So if it's A24, I'm in.
You need an edible.
What is that?
That's the movie company. They always do these sort of off the wall type, just very different.
I would say
They
off
made-
the wall.
They made Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mhm.
Oh, well
Mhm.
then that makes sense
Yeah.
because it's very like, whose reality are we in right
Right.
now?
When you Google A24 and you look at the movies that you've seen where you're probably like, that was weird, but good, but weird, they make that movie.
That is what it is.
Mhm. Yeah.
So yes,
I
that's
love
what
A24.
it was. So and we watched it and we had both had an adult gummy then, and halfway through I was like, I don't know what the fuck is happening right now.
Yeah.
So it was good. So we did that movie Friday. Saturday night we watched a movie called Fifth Wave. So Fifth Wave came out in like 2016.
Oh, is that Alien?
It's an alien movie.
I've seen that, yeah.
It's terrible. It's absolutely one of the worst movies I've ever
Oh.
seen. Oh my God. I remember seeing the previews, right?
Mhm.
I saw the previews when we were still living in Panama City in early 2015.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait to see this movie because the previews were like badass. And I never did get to see it for whatever reason. And so when we came across it on one of the streaming services, I was like, this looked really good. We should watch this. And it does start really good.
Yeah, the
I'm like,
premise, the setup is really good.
the setup is great. The introduction to the movie is really great. It's this whole build about these aliens and what's happening. And you get to about halfway through the movie, and then I was like, what's happening right now? This movie doesn't know what it wants to be. Is this
Mm.
like a teen romance movie, or is this an alien movie? And why is he acting so bad? And why is it shot so poorly? And I just, at the end, we were kind of like laughing about it.
Oh.
So he was like, thanks for that recommendation. I'm like, well, you can't win them all.
See, this is why I always get so mad at Abe, or when we lived with our old producer Scott and his girlfriend Monica, and I would pick the movies, and then at the end of it, they'll be like, that was so shitty, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know if it's good or not?
You don't
Never
know.
watched it.
I've never seen it before. And unless y'all want to spend time looking up reviews and seeing what people say, I'm not a fucking psychic. How am I would get, there was one time I think I left the room because they were like, that was so bad. Miguel always picks the worst movies. And I was like, yo, pick it next time. And then I walked upstairs and I was like, and Abe was like, are you okay?
You
I'm
probably
like,
had finished cooking too. and shit.
yes, I cooked them a fucking meal. I'd pick the movie, and then you want to like trash my picks? You pick it next time.
Touched a nerve.
Yeah. That's why, like, for half a second, when you just said it was the most terrible movie, and then I thought in my head, I was like, have I recommended that? Because I feel like I'm about to be triggered a little bit. And then I looked it up. I was like, no, okay, I haven't recommended this. Like, I remember I seeing it and being like, oh, it's an interesting premise, but that was it.
Did you watch the movie or did you just see about it?
No, I watched the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like-
just like, I get what they were trying to do because it came out in that like YA era of Hunger Games, Divergent, Maze Runner, and those were all fantastic. And it was trying to do that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it just lost its way.
Yeah.
It lost its way.
That's
And I
one that
was
they
like,
should remake.
if there's like a whole book series, if
Mhm.
someone could redo it a little bit better, because it started so strong.
Right.
And then and then I had all these questions. I was like, what the fuck is she doing with that? What is going on? I was just, anyway, so that movie. What else? I will tell you that Target will take open razor blades as a return. Speaking of ask, otherwise, if you don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
So Maya, I had gotten her, she had started shaving her legs. And so we got her some razors, and then she'd cutting the shit out of her legs, as you do.
Ugh.
And so I'm like, maybe you need like super like hydrating razor blade heads. So we bought the ones. She opened the box. She opened one of them and she's like, it does not fit. And I'm like, it's not the right ones. Like, you need a special handle to you. Fuck. So I was like, I'm just going to throw these out because they're not going to take an open product. And my fiance's like, you better just go ask. And I asked ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, can I return open razors? It was like, no, definitely not. And he's like, just bring them and ask. So we go, and I'm embarrassed to walk up to the stupid returns desk. And this was yesterday. And we have our Bucks gear on because it's the first game of the season. My fiance's a big Bucks fan, and I got Bucks clothing too, so we might as well. We walk up to the desk. There is like basically a 18-year-old kid working at the returns desk, and he's like, "Go Bucks!" And so now my fiance's talking, and I'm like, "Hey, can I return this Razor bus? It's open." He's like, "Yeah, that's fine." I was like,
they don't care.
They don't give
It
a
was
fuck.
$12+, and so I was able to buy the new ones and some other stuff. I was like, just so that's my tag along to whatever Kelbin and you were talking about. Just ask if they will, because they did.
Vanessa said, as a former Target customer service desk employee, Target will refund anything for any reason except for sleeping bags. Which I can tell you, I told a story years and years and years ago when we were in Panama City the first time. I bought these leopard print bed sheets from Walmart, slept in washed them, slept on them, had some alone time, then decided that I didn't want them after a weekend, put them back in the bag, and then returned them. And then a week later, I saw them on the shelf. So just be careful.
So just wash stuff before you buy it. Anyway, so ask about returns. That's, definitely do that. And then finally, to wrap everything up, I will say, and I don't know if you've noticed this or if you even wear Panthers gear if you're out. Probably you guys don't, but like anytime it's like a big football day or whatever and we're going somewhere, I'll try to be supportive. So I'll have my Bucks gear on and he's got his Bucks gear on. And no matter where you go, it's like suddenly a little community that you're part of. And that never happens to me really, because I'm not usually wearing sports paraphernalia alone. But I don't know. All these random dudes be like, Bucks. And then they'll just start saying things. And they're like, Baker's looking good today. I hope. They're all chit chatting. And I'm just like, And so I'm just standing there in the grocery store checkout line listening to all this because my fiance was talking to the guy in front of him, and the guy in front of him is like, I don't know, man, this is this and this and this and blah, blah, blah. And my fiance's like, So, and I'm thinking to myself, I hope to God nobody asks me what I think because I don't really know any of these specifics.
That's why I don't wear Panthers jersey. Because I
could say I'm excited,
Yeah.
but I don't know if we're talking about running backs and stuff.
No.
So the guy leaves and my fiance turns around and he's like, that guy had no idea what he was talking about.
Oh.
And I was like, what? He's like, he was just, I don't know why he was even saying half this stuff. He had no idea what I see. So he's like, at some point I just started nodding and whatever. And I'm like, that's wild. I said, anytime, if anyone were to come up to me and just start talking football, I would assume they know exactly what they're talking about. He's like, mostly they do, but that guy had no idea at all. And I was like, that's so weird. Why would you even strike up a conversation if you don't know what you're talking about?
Some
but anyway,
people just love to talk to
Just be
random
chatty.
people.
Yes. Yappers. So I was thinking to myself, man, that's kind of nice. If you really like a sports team and you wear that sports thing, all these people, random strangers, which you don't get very often, are just nice to you. So
I remember the one time that I did go to a Panthers game and we were only there for a little bit and I ended up going grocery shopping. And I remember I felt that people being like, yeah, go Panthers.
Yeah, it's like you're in a club.
Yeah. But I'm like, do not ask me outside of knowing the coach's name, who owns the team and the quarterback. I don't know nothing else.
Yeah.
That's me when I say I went to UF and like I produce another podcast outside of the morning show, obviously. And they come in and they're always like, man, you had a good time last weekend, with that game. And I was like, yeah.
Well, what I will tell you is that Florida, had a terrible time this past weekend because I watched that game.
We weren't that off.
No, it was a good game. Like both games that I was made to watch, not made, I watched them voluntarily, were fantastic football games. I told my fiance, these games should be Super Bowl games because sometimes the Super Bowl is boring. The Florida USF game on Saturday was amazing. And then the Falcons Bucks game was amazing yesterday. So great football weekend.
Oh yeah.
Who knew?
I did see the USF did play. We were at some sports place watching because one of our friends loves Ohio and they were playing and they were attuned to that and I saw USF logo and I was like, oh, look, that's USF.
Mhm.
That's all I contributed to the conversation.
Yeah,
was
they
like-
won. They beat Florida, and I guess they have never beaten Florida in the history of ever. So they did, and it was this huge upset. It was like the talk of the whole weekend.
Well, good for
So,
them.
Good for the Bulls.
We were talking about the lottery the whole time. That was the topic conversation with my friends.
Yeah.
I had a really good, quiet weekend. I would like to just point out again that I did not drink this weekend.
Proud of you.
Actually,
you.
I a friend of mine, I did have one high noon. I had one high noon, and then that was it. That was it.
So you did drink.
I did, but it was like water. It's like a high noon, one, and I don't think I drank the whole thing because I was like, because someone got it for me, and I'm like, well, it's here,
Yeah,
When in
yeah.
Rome.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Friday night I went to the new pub that's in Uptown, called The Pub in Uptown.
Oh,
Got it.
it's very on brand.
But the food on point, homemade ranch. I had a buffalo chicken wrap,
Ooh.
delicious. So if you're in Uptown, definitely recommend that place. Then we went to go see, my friend Eric and I went to go see the show Immediate Family.
Oh, I saw your post on Instagram about that.
Oh, so good. Oh my gosh. One of the funniest parts though is Felicia Rashad, who played Cosby's wife in the Cosby Show, and you've seen her like on this past season of The Gilded Age. She's been in a lot of stuff. She directed the play. She wasn't there that night, but they had a little recording that played before the show of her being like in her very calm, like, hello, this is Felicia Rashad, and welcome to Immediate Family. And so she's just sort of, saying like, put your cell phones away and thank you so much for contributing to the arts. And then I don't know why this tickled me so much. You have this legendary actress, director, choreographer who's been in the business since like the 70s. She's like, also, make sure to validate your parking with one of the attendants if you park at the Bank of America.
Oh.
I don't know
Felicia
why.
Rashad telling you to validate your parking.
I don't know why. Like no one else laughed, but I was like, "That's Felicia Rashad telling us how to validate our parking." But I'll tell you one thing I love about going and living in Charlotte is, how like in Tampa Bay, one of the largest minority populations is Hispanic. Here in Charlotte, it's Black people. So this play is about this Black family, and the main guy is coming back home to Chicago, and he's for a wedding, and his family doesn't know that he's gay. And his boyfriend is coming with him as well, and they don't know that. And then spoiler alert, because the play just ended, but the boyfriend's white, but they don't.
Oh, so it's you.
Right. And so for me, there was a lot of like, whoa, because I didn't know what it was about really. And so I was like, this is too really on the nose and close to home for me. But a lot of the audience, it was very mixed, but there was a lot of like older Black ladies there. I love going to plays with older Black women because the whole time they're like, girl, you better leave that man alone. And then you hear her friend next to her being like, shh, be quiet, Bertha. Shh. And then there was one point where like, because the play, they did such a great job of like having this very serious moment, and then like someone says a line and they had like the comedic lightning rod character that would like break the tension and everyone's like laughing. But one of the biggest laughs was the main character who was gay. He's wearing a lot of like tank tops with an overshirt. And then there was one point towards the end where he takes his shirt off, or his overshirt on, and you see and he had really big arms, and then the lights go dim, and then this Black lady toward the front goes, Everybody in the audience laughed, and then and the lights came back up for the next scene. You could see some of the cast members trying to stifle their laughter. I was like, I just love going to shows like that with older Black ladies because they don't hold back, because they were like, why she treat him like that? That ain't right. And then there was one point where the couple, the Black guy with his white boyfriend, they go to kiss, and I was like, oh, how is this gonna go with the audience? And you could see that like half the audience was like, aw, and the other half they were like, huh.
Love is love.
They were like, we love love. We just don't know if we want to see it. But
Why can't they just do it in their home?
like we appreciate their love. So it was just such an interesting night. But definitely because they haven't. I thought it was just an original for here, but there's been different iterations of it. But I posted a reel as they did the curtain call. I filmed the audience and I just sort of wrote my thoughts about how I really identified with it. And I tagged Blumenthal Arts in it. And then the writer of the play commented on it and then added me on Instagram and sent me a message and was like, thank you so much for such nice words. It really means a lot. So I'm going to try to interview him for one of our Sunday sessions.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was really cool. It was such a great, quiet experience. And then after that, I went home and I took an adult nighttime gummy.
Oh.
And I had the battle of my life because I wanted to order Taco Bell so badly. But I was like, I had a buffalo chicken wrap and fries. I'm good. I don't need anything else to eat.
That was your dinner, the buffalo chicken wrap?
Yeah, at the
So
pub
you wanted
place.
Fourth meal is what you wanted.
Right. So my body was like, but the edible was like, you know you want it. You know you want it.
And the-
Girl,
that
the
also-
edible and the Ozempic be fighting each other.
Yeah.
Like they really do. I mean,
Yeah.
and especially like the closer to the end of the week you get, the less it
the potency or
yeah,
whatever.
it wears off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I was in the battle of my life
Who
inside.
won?
Ozempic one. I didn't order. I was so proud of myself.
Wow.
I was so proud of myself.
You
Congratulations.
had a
Thank
few
you.
wins this weekend.
I did. I
Yeah.
did. And so then Saturday, oh my gosh, what did we do Saturday? Oh, wait, hold on. I had a whole thing in my head. Wait.
Yazoo Greek Festival.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Yes, the Greek Festival. I was like, I know I did something. The Greek Festival was really cute. It is this large, it's large but quaint because it's very homey
Mhm.
feel for the Greek Festival. And so I was super excited to talk about my experience in Greece with whoever would listen to me.
I want to talk at you. I was there. Let me tell you how this is. Yeah.
We were.
I was like, wow, I've seen lots of these patterns when I was in Athens this summer.
Like, let me tell you, I was in
Patterns.
Athens.
Wow, that shawl reminds me of my time in Mykonos this summer. Oh my God.
And did you eat?
I did.
You
I
did?
did. I had a gyro and one of the desserts, one of the cookies that they had.
Yum.
And you were like, oh my God,
It
this is really authentic.
It reminds me of my time in Santorini.
Oh no.
And I did wear my outfit that I bought in Athens.
You sure did.
And so I was hoping someone would be like, wow, that looks like
It looks like the motherland.
I was really hoping someone, because it was like, there is a tank top and then there's an overshirt.
Yeah.
And so I kept like flapping it, being like,
Oh
"Well,
no.
is anyone going to notice that it's from Athens? Not one person.
No, but they wouldn't
The tag
necessarily
that says made in
know.
Greece.
I know, right? You would have had to have already gotten them in the conversation. We're like, well, I was in Greece and this food. Actually, I got this outfit there. I did. I did. Yes. Yeah. I saw some rugs
Mhm,
too. I don't know if that
mhm,
was in Greece, but whatever. Anyway.
I mean, when we were standing in line for some food, I did say kind of loudly so the people in front of us and behind us
Mhm.
to be like, I really hope they have tzatziki like they had when I was in Athens this summer.
It's so stupid.
I feel like everyone has done that at some
Stupid.
point. I feel like you kind of get loud just in case. Or like I'll sometimes get loud with Maya if she's being silly and then I'm being silly and then somebody can like notice our repartee and be like, haha, and I'll be like,
Yeah,
kids,
right.
So mostly they don't.
Nobody cares.
No, it's
nobody
fine.
cares.
So it looks like I need to do this at the Barcelona wine bar because we were in Barcelona. So I'll be like, wow, when I was in Barcelona this summer, Barcelona.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of people I saw there and a lot of Miguel and Holly fan members, which was really cool
Mm.
to experience that. And then I went to the sports bar for my friend who was watching the Ohio game. And so all the gays were at a big table and it was nothing but like straight guys. And we just stuck out like a sore thumb.
I hate feeling like that.
I know. I was like, but everyone was super nice, super
Mhm.
cute guys there.
Mm.
Fun place to
All right.
People watch.
People watch.
Mm-hmm. And this was the moment to where like I had half my little high noon, and then some of our friends were like, all right, we're going to another bar. Miguel, you should come. And I was like, and then the FOMO started to hit a little bit. And I was like, nope, I want to have a quiet weekend. So I went home, and then my friend Leighton and his boyfriend Greg came over, and we had a big back night.
Ooh, yum.
He ordered a chicken bacon ranch pizza from Basante.
Delicious.
And then he ordered McDonald's, some Big Macs, some French fries, and some chicken nuggets. And
Damn.
we just like, because then when it came, he was like, put it on the kitchen island, and he was like, let's just put it on the dining or on the coffee table. And I was like, this is the fattest, the most big back. Like, oh my god, but it was delicious.
It's fine because
How
we
many
did
slices?
that truly too yesterday.
How many slices?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Like normally with Basante, I eat one slice, but I think because I didn't eat the Taco Bell the night before, the edible was like, we're gonna win tonight, bitch.
Damn.
And it won. It won.
4
No, 2.
big slices.
But keep in mind there was 2 slices of pizza, half a Big Mac, and probably 8 chicken nuggets. Yeah. And I didn't eat all the French fries because they were kind of cold by the time they got there.
Yeah.
So, but I was not mad at it. I was like, that's probably a good thing.
It helps you avoid.
Yeah.
No, we ate a lot yesterday. I forgot to mention because we made dips, and then we're like, we're having dip lunch, dip lunch and dinner. We'll just eat on it all day.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really just eat that all day because I was like, I'm kind of hungry. So then we had to order Taco Bell. And we ordered Taco Bell. But I also had this where it did me dirty. I had one Sam Adams Oktoberfest. You know how much I used to love Sam Adams Oktoberfest. And I had one because my fiance had bought a 6-pack for like the start of football season. He doesn't drink beer anymore either, but we both used to love it. So I'm like, one can't hurt us. I have my one. And then I went to like some Happy Thursdays, and then everything caught up to me at bedtime. I felt so gross from the Taco Bell and all the dips and then all that. So I feel you.
I kind of want Taco Bell now.
Can I make a Taco Bell recommendation?
Yeah.
You know how also my number one thing was the cheesy gordita crunch. It still tops. However, this chicken cantina taco that they have now,
It looks so good.
It's
new, right?
It's new and it's fucking delicious. I had a hard shell one, but I think maybe that soft taco one might be better, but it's still the same thing regardless. It's so good, and it comes with like a avocado crema.
Ooh,
it does. Also, you can put I think it has jalapenos on it, or maybe you can ask for jalapenos.
I do love some jalapenos.
It's elevated Taco Bell.
Oh,
it's not just regular Taco Bell.
Oh,
I kind of want another one, to be honest.
Is that what it looks like right there?
That's what I got. I got the hard shell one, but the soft shell one, I think holds it together better. Like by the time I got it delivered, the hard shell was kind of like it was having trouble holding all the things in.
Yeah,
but it was.
I've been getting hungrier lately. Like I think my body's tired of this calorie deficit. I can tell. Like I'm munching a little bit more here and there. I used to be able to say no to everything. Now I'm just like, I'm
going through a bad phase right now, clearly, because I'm like, well, whatever, it's fine. And I've been snacky. I've been trying to be smart about my late night snacks. I'm on a kick with Publix brand cheddar flavored what are they called? Rice Crisps?
I've just been clicking through these damn photos. I'm sorry, what I'll need to say. I didn't. I think I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Actually, I am hungry.
I just realized as
your next shot.
I was like, tomorrow.
Damn.
I know. I have one more week on this low level one I'm on, and then next week I go up.
Oh boy.
So
you better go get those pizza cups.
Okay, wait. I can't do both.
No, you can't.
Taco Bell or pizza cups. Or should I just, because my plan was to go do like a wrap, my normal Rhino Market wrap, where I do half of it today and I do the other half for tomorrow for lunch. That was my plan.
Uh-huh.
But should I skip that today and then do it for tomorrow and Wednesday and do Taco Bell or cups? Which one?
Okay, let me
Which one should I do?
I think I can help you with this.
Okay.
So the Taco Bell Cantina chicken taco
Mm-hmm.
is better for you, and it's not going to make you feel disgusting.
I agree.
Okay.
Because it's a healthier taco. It's
It
the
is.
Cantina taco.
Right.
So it's actually not that bad for you. I'm sure it's not great, but at the same time, and if you just have one, it's pretty light and fine. Problem is, I had a cheesy roll up with a side of nacho cheese sauce in it. So
Is he gonna have one though?
he's not, but two, it's fine. However, there is zero excuse for a pizza cup. There's
On a Monday at noon.
No.
That's a lot.
no. I mean, you should have the pizza cup now before you get the Ozempic shot because your body will not be able to handle it
Mm.
It
while
will.
you're on
On
Ozempic.
It'll fuck you up.
It will fuck you up. I'm telling you, it's greasy. It's extra, it's bread, not
Right.
like a taco is just like it's a shell. Just while your body can handle it, get the pizza cup.
Yeah, because normally I'd tell you Taco Bell, but yeah, you don't want to. Right now, your body's good to handle the pizza cups.
I don't know if it's good. I don't know if that's the adjective I would use.
I think it's just that your body can handle
handle
the
it.
pizza cups now.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have a shot tomorrow, can't have pizza cups the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And then if you up the dose next week, there's no pizza cup in your future, period. I think today's the only day.
Maybe
so.
that's a good thing.
And you can handle chicken, I feel, from Taco Bell.
Oh,
The
yeah.
beef, maybe not on Ozempic, but the chicken, I think you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let y'all know what I just. All right, Kelvin, how can people find you on social media?
At Kelbin Live on Instagram. Click that follow button.
Holly O'Connor.
Radio Holly on any of the things, truly. You can just find me. I'll be eating.
Mine is at Miguel Fuller. I got a bunch of content that I did this weekend since I was at the house. So you can find that on TikTok at Miguel Fuller and on Instagram. And we will see you here on Wednesday. Bye.